You're muted, Karen. Karen, you're muted. Karen, can you unmute?
No, she says she can't.
There, I got it. Phew.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that was scary. Nothing like being muted when you don't want to be. Hi, this is Karen O'Neill. Buenos dias from sunny Mexico, 88 degrees humidity, and I am so happy to be on here hosting this call today. So we are here. This is, I call it our magical miracle Monday morning call. It is so amazing and so much fun. And we just get on and share our experiences with X39, sometimes the other patches too. We try to focus on X39. And we are not here to take your doctor's place. We're not here to diagnose or claim to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. We are here to talk about our personal experiences with what happened. So when you give your story, because that's what it's all about today, is what happened to you. When you give your story, please make sure you don't mention any disease states. We don't want to make any claims. And tell your story, how you were, what you did, how you are now. And let's get the ball rolling. But I'm going to give you one really quick. If you're brand new on here, please feel free to pop up and say hi real quick, because we want to make sure we greet the new people. So I'm going to give you a few seconds. Time's up. Who wants to bless our community and share this morning first?
I didn't even have a chance to unmute.
Make sure you unmute when you come on. Who would like? I don't see any hands up yet. Well, while you're getting up the courage to come in and share, I'm going to tell you,
hello.
One of the fun things about this business is you can build it from anywhere that you are. I'm staying here. I'm sorry, I'm making a mess here right now. I'm staying here in Mexico with my niece, and we see people every day that are in pain and hurting. And she has 4 new customers coming on board because we're helping them get out of pain. And that's the beauty of this business. You can work it from anywhere, even in Mexico. See my little thing I bought here while I was here. So now, who wants to come forward and bless us with your story?
Hi, I'm Bernadette Meta. Can I start?
Okay.
Hi, my name is Bernadette Meta. I am not really new. It's been kind of almost 8 months. And
Awesome.
I was introduced to the LifeWave patches by my friend, Dr. Sarah. And I am a retired operating room nurse. And I had, my daughter had a wrist with a problem, and she tried the X39 and the ice wave, the bone, which was kind of protruding most of the time, in a few weeks, completely gone. And myself,
wow.
Yes, and myself, this is my testimony, which is even more than my daughter. I fell on September 11 and had my left elbow had kind of a hematoma growing in, and I didn't realize it was that bad. And 2 months later, it kept going bigger. And somebody mentioned a case where she had a problem with the skin problem, where she has kind of a hematoma or something growing, and was a size of a tennis ball. That was exactly my situation. It became size of a tennis ball. And then I followed the example of the lady and started putting the patches right on the elbow. In less than a week, completely gone.
Holy cow, that's so much fun.
Less than a week.
That's wonderful.
Believe it. I couldn't believe it. I took the pictures, but I don't know how to share the pictures unless I print them. Maybe next time I will print those pictures, then I can show. Really.
Oh, we would love that. Yeah. And
yeah.
Bernadette, where are you from? Where are you calling in from today?
Well, I was born in Belgium, Congo.
Wow.
And I'm calling from Oregon, where I live now in Southern Oregon.
Wonderful.
The name of the city. Thank you.
Yeah, I grew up in part of Oregon, so and part of my childhood was in Oregon, so good place.
Okay.
Oh, Bernadette, thank you for blessing us with
You're
your
welcome.
wonderful, wonderful testimony. That was fabulous.
Thank you.
And we'll
Thank
move on to
you.
Kay. And Bernadette, keep on going. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Well,
Hi,
good morning to
Kay.
everyone. I had a testimonial come in I wanted to share. One of my managers put an X39 and Eon on her 7-year-old grandson when she was taking care of him. And he said he felt better mentally, which I thought was interesting for a 7-year-old. And the trembling of his leg stopped, which he has had a serious problem with. So I wanted to share that this worked on a 7-year-old. I thought that was cool.
That is awesome. And Kay, I want to give big kudos to you because you are out there sharing and working. And if you're serving the community, you are sharing LifeWave, right? And you so often come on and tell us the stories of the people that you're helping. What an inspiration you are. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I like to get the ball rolling because nobody wants to be first.
I
So
know,
come
right?
on now, guys, it's your turn. We started it.
Yeah, well, who's next? And even if it's a story you've shared before, not everybody's on every time. And we forget too, we're always forgetful. So please feel free to share some of your favorite stories today.
Hi, this is Jana. I have one.
Hi, Jana.
Hi. Actually, I have two. I was really surprised. Somebody told me that they had a lot of problems with restless legs. And who would have thought to put energy patches on the bottoms of your feet for restless legs?
Wow.
But they stopped. And it was a long-time problem. So that was
I have
one.
a quick question for you, Jana, if
Yeah.
I may. I'm
Sure.
assuming that it was at night, because usually restless legs is a problem
Yes.
at night, right?
Well, usually, but I've seen as a homeopath, I think we've all seen people jiggling their legs, their knee, up and down when they get nervous.
So did they wear
Yeah.
the energy enhancer at night or during the day?
At night. They wore it at night.
Okay.
They had a
Wonderful.
night problem, but it could probably work for people during the day too.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, we don't think about putting energy enhancer on at night typically. So that was good to hear. Thank you.
Yeah. And the interesting
guess it
thing is you
balanced
think
the
they're going to keep you
energy.
awake, but they don't.
Right. I think it balanced the energy in their body that caused the restless legs. But
That's
there's
awesome.
also another leg story. One of my people had bad varicose veins, and she put almost all the patches over her varicose veins on her thigh. And in 4 days, that was the Y-age and the X39 and the X49. In 4 days, the before and after pictures you wouldn't believe.
Wow. Which
They were
Y-age
gone.
though? There's 3 of them. Did you put all 3?
All of them.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's what you meant. Awesome. Well,
She got
thank you.
enthusiastic.
That's a fabulous story, Jana. And now we have hands up too. So I'll tell you what order you guys are in. We're Karl, Jan, Jocelyn, or Erwin. I don't know which one. That's the order. So Karl, come on board. Thank you.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Jana?
Good morning.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yes, great.
Yes.
I had a quick question here. I have a prospect who's inquiring on behalf of their children, and is very interested in the product and what it might be able to do for her children. But she had a question: are there any restrictions on using the patches at a young age? And I just heard the testimony of using it on a 5-year-old. So what is the company position? What is the experience position tell you about using patches on kids?
That's really easy, Karl. David says he would just like them to be old enough to tell you how they're feeling. That's it. Once they can communicate with you, then he's good with it. So that's it.
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect answer because it's informed consent. In a
Exactly.
They can respond. If the child couldn't respond, you wouldn't know how it's affecting them. Great answer. Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome. And Karl, I want to tell kind of all of you, I'm going to add another little story in here. Some friends of mine that are using it, when they use it with their grandchild, who was always hopping all over the place, couldn't settle down and it was just the X39. Within minutes, that child was just laying on the floor sleeping. And that was pretty cool too. So, and that was like a pretty young child, but old enough to communicate. So thanks, Karl. Good question. Thanks for asking that. Okay, Jan, let's move on right along.
Yeah, I have an eye condition, and about every 8 weeks, I get an eye injection. And generally, there's a feeling of sand. It feels like sand in my eyes. And so typically I would go home and sit and
Oops, somehow, Jan, you just went on mute. Try to get off mute.
okay, there I am.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so generally I would come home, I would sit and just try to keep my eyes shut, because I couldn't put any eye drops or anything in it. And I have been on the patches, and so I don't know why I didn't think sooner. But this past Friday when I went, I came home, I put, let's see, was it carnosine X30? I think I put carnosine and X39 right above my eye. It was the right eye. And within 15 minutes, no, it was glutathione and X39. And within 15 minutes, that sandy feeling in my eye was completely gone. I was able to do whatever I needed to do the rest of the day. And ordinarily, I would just kind of be lazy and not do anything. So hooray for the patches.
That's awesome. And I don't know if Darlene's on, but she might want to talk about her husband's experience with a condition with the eyes too. But oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. And it changes your life, doesn't it?
It
Now you can
certainly
function
does.
instead of having to stay out of
Stay out
living.
of commission.
Yeah, not living your life to the full.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jan.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
we've got
Thank you.
Jocelyn and Erwin. It looks like Jocelyn's coming on. Remember to unmute. Yep, you got it.
Sorry, I'm gonna do this quick because we're in a loud place. But my son, he's 8 years old. Just this weekend, he pulled something in his private parts and his leg there. And anyway, so he was panicking and he was in pain. This. So I quickly looked to what's happening, and there's some redness in there. And some swelling on the one side. And so I put Ice Wave and Eon in a triangle, and in just like a minute after helping him with mindfulness to calm him down and stuff like that, it did help him. So he was really thankful, and he's into patches, so he's happy with the patches. And also just one thing about Erwin as well, about the leg cramping and stuff like that. He had lots of leg cramping from previous, but he's been consistent with X39, and it's been helping him. So if he doesn't or miss some X39 for a few days, then it comes back. So it's obvious that it was the patches. Thank you.
Wow.
And
Thank
before
you.
leave,
Thanks for sharing.
Jocelyn and Erwin, I just want to congratulate you as new senior directors. Congratulations.
Woo! That's awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
This is going to be a December to remember, that's for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You've done a great job. Congratulations. Take a bow. Sorry, couldn't help myself. They're going to ban me from this. That's wonderful. So who's next? No story too little, no story too big.
Well, this is Jana. I can. All right, go ahead.
Hi,
Okay, Jana. Jana. Oh, wait, who else? Who else?
Suzanne.
Okay, Suzanne, and then let's go back to Jana after Suzanne. Okay, go ahead, Suzanne.
Hey, so my son is 31. He's got a mental illness, and we started with just a sample of X39, and then I noticed right away behavior issues, which were everything from screaming, breaking things, and a lot of anger calmed down. And then we moved on to the next 2 days later. We just did like half a day with X39 for 2 days because I wanted to go low and slow. Day 3, we went to glutathione, and I was going to take it off after about 6 hours. He says, no, leave it on. It's helping my brain. And then I used up my gift patches, and he was good for 4 days. No outbursts, no breaking things. I was amazed. So I became a member, and we continued on, and he did really good with just X39. And then in July, he says, I'm all better. I don't need it anymore. And within a week, everything started reverse. So like your other person who just did testimony, they could tell like the patches were making the difference, right? So I got him to go back on the patches. Well, you know, he's sensitive to that glutathione, and I believe it's because it's detoxing his body, and his body needs to detox at the rate it can. And I read on the package, it says, you know, sometimes it's like 3 times a week with glutathione. So now I use it very gingerly. But what I really noticed was after listening to Dr. Wald, the Eon. So we've been doing X39 and Eon, and I pancake him because he'll only let me put one patch on. Or he'll only put one patch on. He puts it on. And he'll put it, sometimes he'll just stick it anywhere on his body. Or I tried to talk him into C7, but you know, I figure if he just puts it on, we've aced it, right?
Exactly.
But you know, here's the thing. That combination is fine. I could go on forever. Now I ran out of X49. We'd been trying it. That seemed to be dandy too. You know, so I think when I get my X49, I'm going to go 39, 49, and Eon. And I don't know how I'm going to integrate that glutathione because I know part of his mental illness is the toxins, you know, and I've got my belief system on where those toxins came from. I, you know, won't go into that. But anyway, so, you know, we're trucking along, but I think the big takeaway is if you have somebody in your family, especially if they're clinically diagnosed, you need to play with these patches and just have a little faith that, you know, you can't hurt them. You can do like I did, start off low and slow, 6 hours a day take it off, 6 hours, make sure that they're happy, you know? And that's what I do. I monitor him. He lives next door to me and I'm his caregiver, but you know, he's not so mentally ill that he can't go around, around town and do his thing, but he really needs somebody there looking after him. So patches, amen.
That's
really
awesome.
Good. Really, really good.
I want to let you know when you're using the X39, it is not the same as a glutathione because that can raise your glutathione like 300%, but the X39 raises around 30%. So you're getting some glutathione activation with the X39 as well. And David says if you have to choose between, he says if you have to choose between Eon and glutathione, go the Eon since the X39 does have some, along with the X39, of course.
Well, I use the X39 every day, no matter what.
Yeah. So you're getting a little bit of that glutathione every day.
Thank you for that info. That's really good to know. Well, that's it. That's my story for now. I could tell you another story, but I think you got someone else waiting. So,
well, if we need you, come back, okay? And we'll go back with Jana. And then Tammy was here, but she disappeared. So, Tammy, if you want to come in, please stay on board if you can. Okay, Jana, you had another story, and we can go back to you too, Suzanne.
Okay. Yes, I could go on forever, but I thought this would be a good one for a lot of the new people also, and maybe for the woman who just spoke. I actually treated somebody, she came to me a woman who had had 2 bad strokes. She could not, she had learned how to walk and talk again, but she could not sign her name. She couldn't coordinate the brain with her signing. And I was new to the patches, and I said, well, let's try something I just heard about. And I used the pattern that was given for balancing the brain, and that is to use the energy patches. You use the brown on the left and on the back of the head, and you can, and the white on the front and on the right. I put that in her, I borrowed her husband's hat, and I put the patches inside the hat, and then I put the X39 in the middle. And I was going all out. I put the glutathione and the eon all in the middle. I put it on her head, and we talked for about 10 minutes, and I said, well, let's just see whether it's done anything yet. It's pretty early, but let's see. And she wrote her name for the first time in 2 years.
Wow, that is awesome. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely. And that head protocol is wonderful. And they did have it before we had X39, so people do add that up to the top. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Woohoo.
You're welcome.
That's a big deal, a big deal. And then, thank you. We're going to move right along to Mike and then Peter.
Okay, I'm unmuted.
Awesome.
Yesterday, I went to get up from my chair and I almost stumbled because my right knee just went nuts. Many years ago, I tore ACLs and everything on my left knee, and as it would have it, we never fixed them. So the right knee is always picking up the slack. Anyway, I hobbled over to where I keep my patches, and I put a Ice Wave brown one on where the spot where it really hurt the most. And then I said, okay, and the pain immediately went away. So I'm going, okay, where do I put the other one? Well, I said, okay, well, I just stuck it on the other side of the knee and stood back up, and everything was gone. I could walk just fine.
That is awesome. That's a great story. And yeah, sometimes, just put it like one on each side, like an arrow going through the spot, and that works really well. So if you did it on each side of the knee, it works like that. So that's one of the good ways to do it. Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
But I usually have carnosine on it to try to fix that problem, But it doesn't always take the pain away like Ice Wave does. So
yeah, it's nice to have options.
yeah, it is.
That is awesome. Thanks, Mike. And Peter, you're up.
Okay, good morning. So
good morning.
Something I had the opportunity to be grateful for Thanksgiving was catching a bug. And I'm not going to put a label on it. I don't know what it was, but it kicked my butt. And coincidentally, it was about the same time I started using the X49. So I don't know if I was going through a deep detox. I certainly was going through a deep detox. I don't know if the X49 had anything to do with it or not, but I wanted to let you know that since I started using it, and when I test my blood pressure, it's phenomenally low. So in the past, I oftentimes would have pre-hypertension level blood pressure. And that first day after wearing the X49, when I tested my blood pressure, the first reading was 95/78. And the second one was 114/71. And my pulse was 70. So
wow,
pretty darn low.
That's fabulous. And the nice thing is it evens it out. If you already have low blood pressure, it isn't going to make it go too low, which is nice. Yeah, it just kind of helps balance. Balance, that's the name of the game, isn't it?
It is. And incidentally, I'm pretty much over the nasty bug and feeling like $1 million today.
Yay!
Yes.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, who's next? Okay. I always say your name right or wrong. Revel.
Thanks, Karen. That's perfect. Just really quickly, a preferred customer in his 70s had suffered a few years ago a really lengthy fall. The railing, the fence was taken away and he didn't know it. He was backing up and he fell a long distance. Anyway, so he feels some discomfort because his hip and his heel had to be completely reconstructed. And he put on X39. He felt a difference right away. And then he added the Y-Age, all 3 patches. And now when he's working out, he's able to to do more. I can't recall exactly what he said in terms of what he's lifting or bench pressing. But his friends, his buddies that he works out with also remark that they said, one gentleman said, "What's going on with you? You're looking a lot younger." That's
Woo. That is awesome. You know, and that is fun. And, you know, you talk about you have more stamina. There's a lot of people have nice little parties. And even we went to a party the other night. This guy, he actually even had a band there and we're dancing. I just don't get tired. I don't get tired. I might get tired of dancing, but it's not because I'm tired. So it's pretty fun, especially when you're down in Mexico wanting to have a party here and there. So awesome. Thank you. Who's next?
Karen, there's someone in the chat named KimKling who's asking, she is on her phone and trying to use, how does she talk using the phone Zoom? And I just sent her a message and said, there should be an unmute mute button at the bottom. So try that.
Right.
Kim.
I don't see it.
Oh, there you are.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Come on in, Kim. Come on in.
Okay, great. So I've been using X39 and several of the other patches for like 9 months now. And I know there's retracing does go on, but it seems like I've had little things come and go, and you know, you don't mind it for a day or two, but I have whiplash injury from like 15 years ago and my hips, and about the last month, I can't shake this hip pain. I've tried Eon, I've used Ice Wave, and it's just like, I'm doing yoga and stretching and different things to get rid of it, but it's just like hanging on and hanging on. It's keeping me up at night. I don't know what else to do. I haven't used any patches for the last couple of days just to try to see if, I heard someone say, well, sometimes your body's not keeping up with what the patches are doing. So I'm thinking, do I need to slow it down? I don't know what to do. I'm aching all over. I only
Have you tried the whole body one on the bottom of the feet for the ice waves?
No, I've done the energy enhancers, but no, I don't think I did it on the bottom of the feet. No.
Try the ice waves on the bottom of your feet.
Do that.
Yeah. Just try that and see if it'll help.
Just putting it on the hip.
Michelle?
I have a suggestion. I don't know if Dr. Barbara's on. She was out of town this weekend, but if she was on, she might say, Kim, do you have a chiropractor that you trust? You know, it could be a misalignment. And then we always need to make sure we're staying really well hydrated.
I hydrate, and I'm having acupuncture every week, and he was working on my hip too, and that wasn't getting rid of it. I really don't want to be chiropractic again. I've had so much of that through the years.
Sure.
I just feel like this is like a retracing or detoxing or something going on. I'm a nature sunshine person too, so you know this.
Well, Robin also suggested, you know, as you said, Karen, I think the ice wave in the bottom of the feet, the whole body pain points might be something to give a try, Kim.
Okay, is that like the kidney one that we were talking about right under? We always wear the where you wear the energy enhancers, same place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in nitty gritty, if you go under patches and under patching protocols, it shows several different locations for total body pain points. Kidney one is a main one that a lot of us really like to use, but you might want to try different things and see what works. And I hope you're sipping your water instead of gulping, okay?
Okay.
All right.
That's a good idea. So we have 2 more hands up. Do we have time for that, Gregory? We've got
If
Michael
they're quick,
and then
we'll take
Sharon.
those as our last 2, and then we'll talk about tonight, and we'll let everybody get off onto their day.
Okay, Michael, you're up. Thank you. We're not hearing you, Michael. I see you're unmuted, but we're not hearing you. Okay, let's go to Sharon, and then maybe Michael, we can get that fixed. I mean, I can't do it.
Are you guys there?
Cheryl, is it Sharon? Oh, wait, where are you?
Oh. And we were hearing Michael.
Yeah. Just now we finally heard him. Go ahead, try again, Michael, and then we'll go to you, Sharon.
Yes, sorry, you guys. I just got kicked off and then I came back on.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, anyway, good morning, everyone. So, something phenomenal has happened. I've been on the patches for about 7-8 months now. And when I was 14, I ripped my cartilage twice, had surgery on my knee, and I was told I had the knees of a 60-year-old at 14. So I've always struggled with my knees and exercising and all that. And I've noticed a recent phenomenon because when I work out too much, my knee swells. And I'm able to work out, do more than I've done since I was 14. My knee is no longer swollen, but the pain is like disappearing. Now that took, I just started noticing this after like month 7. So I think I've been, on 8 months now. And so it really did, I was listening to one of the doctors and they were encouraging people with those kind of issues to give it time. And man, am I glad I did, because the relief that I'm feeling and being able to get on my exercise bike and then go to the gym and do weights, it's been a big blessing. So I wanted to share that with everyone. And then one more thing, since the X49, that's totally rocked my world. Hallelujah. I've always struggled with severe mitochondrial dysfunction. And because of this patch, you guys, it's totally has taken that away from me. I've lost over like 6 pounds in a week and a half because my appetite, and now if people looked at me, they wouldn't think I need to lose weight, but I call it skinny fat. And I know third world problems here, but it just came off of me because my appetite was just totally curbed, because I'm one of those people that have to eat every hour and a half to have a snack because I need the energy, and it's totally just disappeared. And I've been struggling with that for 10 years. I've gone to so many naturopaths and doctors. If I told you how many tens of thousands of dollars in testing I've had done in blood work, and I've done CAT scans and all this good stuff, nobody's been able to help me with this. I just really want, if anybody's struggling with that, the X49 took that to a new level. So a blessing from God. And I'm really, really excited, because I didn't think I was going to be in my 40s and actually make it much longer. This company has totally changed my life, you guys. It's been nothing but a blessing.
Oh, Michael, you just about brought tears to my eyes. And I am so grateful that you brought up the time issue, because by the time you're getting symptoms of damage on your cells, they've been suffering damage for years and years and years. And your body needs to heal itself, and it does take time. So thank you for reminding us about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
absolutely.
a beautiful testimony. They're all beautiful. Thank you. And Sharon, you're next.
Good morning. This is a story that some of you have heard. I have had a degenerative neurological condition for many years. The most troubling manifestation has been that when I stand up to walk, I've got to stand and wait until I've got my balance. People have seen me stumble and almost fall with not waiting long enough. Okay. Was introduced to the X39, was told, try it. What can happen? As a retired RN, I was skeptical, but I said, I'll give it a shot. Fine. Put on the back of the neck, went to bed, got up the next morning, and took off without stopping. Get into the bathroom, and I'm sitting there saying, what just happened? Because I literally stood up and walked without stopping. Whew. And people have noticed it. They noticed the change in my walking, change in my balance. Even walking down the small ramp you'd see at a grocery store, I would have to do it like a step stop to keep the balance. I don't do that anymore.
Wow.
And it has I don't know what else has changed, but it sure has changed the balance to the point that people are noticing and saying, what did you do? Let me tell you what happened to me. So,
that's perfect. Sharon, that's beautiful. And what a life changer for you too. That, it changes all our lives.
That's for sure.
Awesome. Thank you. What a great finish to our storytelling day, our wonderful sharing of our experiences. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Robin and Gregory. And adios, que tengan un día muy bonito y hasta la vista, si Dios quiere.
Oh, we're all envious, Karen, for sharing. Thank you, Karen, for sharing. We love it. And this is going to go down, I think, in history. This call, we should rename it the Monday Morning Miracle Call, because these are just such heartwarming stories, every one of them, and young to old, So we've really got something magical here with LifeWave. And I think this month of December is going to go down as, the December to remember, because, we're just picking up such a head of steam coming off the conference and the X49 launch. And Robin and I were guests on a call on Saturday. We posted that in the Live Younger Facebook group, with Micah Corso and Jason Barreco. Thank you. And it inspired us. And we're going to cover some of that same ground tonight about December to remember, because I'm seeing this as like the perfect storm, that's happening here, because, December is such a great time to be sharing and caring for the holidays. And what came up on that call on Saturday is Santa came early to LifeWave and he gave us X49. It's like, who thought it could get any better? And it did, and so then the company gives us all these wonderful promotions. We got the X3949 bundle. We got the bundle where you get 2 more free. And now we've got this rank promotion bonus, and we're seeing people just charging through to new ranks, and we're going to celebrate some of them here tonight. So just so excited. This is just the spirit of joy for the holidays. That's for sure.
Hey, everybody. No, we're thrilled about what's going on. And, the belief system of business slows in December, wrong. And it is a time to connect with people. And, and I want to thank you guys. I'm getting some wonderful feedback about the questions that you've received. And I'm actually having an amazing experience, because I've been sending them out for, 30 some odd years. And hearing from people, and I'm getting all these prospects that I didn't even think about, and I've got several videos to send out on the app today. I wasn't trying, and it just happened. So just be open to the possibility whenever. And we're excited about tonight. And if Jocelyn and Erwin, if you could make it on the call tonight and have Coach Clarissa, that would be great. We'll talk to you guys about that. And if any of you have anyone else that has rank advanced to director and above, please let us know, because we want to publicly celebrate, because it's like Gregory said, it's happening really fast. And we've never seen rank advancements like this. So, and some people are skipping over several ranks and creating miracles. And I'm working in depth with so many groups, and we're having a great time.
So we went a little bit over. We try and keep these calls to 30 minutes, but there's just too many stories, too much fun happening here. So God bless you all. If you'd like to unmute and say goodbye, we'll see you on the call tonight or whenever, we hook up again. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care. Congratulations.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep on
Bye-bye.
patching.
Keep on patching.
Have a great day. And remember, it's not just a business, it is helping each other.
Have a good